mean, it is free, but y'all did not have to pull out. And I don't ask for much from anybody. I ask for nothing. So exactly. Wait a minute.
Oh, I figure I painted them. They should be out.
You good, Shawnee?
And there is Stuart Weitzman, so hello. Hey. Oh my God. It has been a day. It has been a week.
Y'all have no idea.
Y'all have no idea what we've been through to put this shit together for us. We're so excited to be here. So excited to have everyone with us. So let's get started. Let's do Living Out Live. We're going to do episode 50 right now live with
So you know what? We usually recap the weekend.
So what's up? So this is literally, this will be the episode that airs next week. So you guys are all co-hosts right now, like on Wendy Williams. And so let's start. So let's start it off as we always do. Elijah, we're getting ready. All right. So what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Living Loud. You are present at Living Loud Live, aka episode 50. Make some motherfucking noise. It's your host, Vic and Maria, back at it again, celebrating their anniversary episode. So let's talk our shit. Like, what's been going on?
You talk your shit. What did you go through today?
Well, I was in hair and makeup all day, as you can tell.
So you were luxuriating.
Hello. I was luxuriating, drinking my wine. I think I did a little poppers in the time on my way here, you know, to give me a little boost. But I said, hey, what's up? But here we are. Let's dive into our recap of what our year has been from October 18th of 2018 to October 18th of 2019.
Why are we even here? Like, why did we start this podcast?
So, me and Dick, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't listened to an episode, if you haven't listened to everything, you may not know that Victor and myself have been trying to get this show off the ground for a couple of years now. It was something that was just a conversation, it was a discussion, a kiki, you know, over wine when we was drunk at the house. It was like, yo, nigga, like,
You should really record this conversation. Like everybody says, what's that friend down?
one thing I finally said, put up or shut up. Like, what's up? We need to make this happen. And shout out to Latif. Latif is a cartoon artist who made the famous cartoon that you guys know that's on all of your tables, that's on all of the stickers. That cartoon, that is from Latif Trice, who is an artist based out of Philadelphia. So
The show wasn't even really a thing until we saw that cartoon. And when he sent it to us, Maria was just doing little stuff, researching studios, contacting people to do our logo. All the while, I'm not taking it seriously. You know, and once I saw...
when we saw the doodle, when we saw the picture, it made it all very real. And that's when we said, okay, we paid for something, we have something, we need to make this happen. And, you know, for those of you who are all podcast lovers, everybody has a podcast. Everyone, they're shitting out podcasts out there, and it is what it is. So it means a lot to know that we're here, and that we have the listening and the following and the analytics to be able to do something amazing like this, like Alive, and to have a room full of people who support our cause and support what we do.
Bitch, we got some hoes. Movies called, probably made a highlight of my year.
Shout out to Moby. Shout out to Moby. White girls.
Like,
Shout out to y'all.
I don't do the whole public speaking on stage thing. Like, podcasting is perfect for me because it's just me and her in the room, and I can talk my shit, and then I upload it, and I walk away. I don't think about it. I listen to it, I do none of that.
I think one of the big things that I want to highlight to everyone in this room is that, you know, we started at humble beginnings and we were not afraid to humbly approach a public forum and say, listen, we two broke New Yorkers who got a dream. We're going to start a GoFundMe. We're going to get all our friends, donate to this cause.
This triggered me for years. Yeah, because I don't ask for help. If I'm short on money, I won't ask for none of that. I will handle it. Rent will be late. I will do an extra shift. So when she's like, yo, look at her. Look at her.
No. Don't let this be
a moment when we pop the bottle.
No. I need something to drink, right?
Go ahead. Cheers to this. Oh my God. No, but Big Girl Drew, like I was saying, us asking, because I see a lot of people in here that donated, it meant everything to me. Like, and I know it meant a lot to you, but I told her, I said, Mama, I don't know anybody who can give me money. And she said, that's not true. Start listening.
Vic fought me down that no one was going to donate. And we had a tiny little goal of $3,000. We were like, hey, $3,000 to secure 6 months in the studio. And we made that and then some in less than 2 weeks. So, the general public showed us, hey, we fuck with you, we fuck with what you got to say, and you got something going on. And I said, bitch, if this don't show you that we can do it, what the fuck else is? So we jumped up into the show, sat down and talked our shit. What we used to talk about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. That was the big thing all last year because it was right after Fashion Week that we had started. And it was a big lawsuit. We talked about it every fucking week. Cardi and Nicki almost a fucking check at this point for how much we talked about them. But aside from that, what we heard from our general public and what people thought was that we did some real shit. We talked some knowledge. We shared our life stories and we shared our experiences. And I can say right now in front of everyone today that I'm so honored to look to my left and I see, my parents, my cousins, my family, everyone there supporting me because they're the people who I'm talking shit on every fucking week.
And you know what? For me, it's almost coming from the opposite because, like I said, I didn't feel like I had people to help me. You have so many people around you, and I'm in this city by myself most days. If I'm not by myself, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it on my own, which that's what I wanted to do when I moved here, is to see what I'm made out of. So when you say, all right, now it's time to cash in on all the goods that you've done for people, and it's okay to ask. You've been there for people. You've done all those things that you were not in your way. So when I started asking for people, and people was donating more than what I asked for, sometimes donating twice over, I was like, I didn't know that you could just have what you want and just ask for it, in a sense.
Well, the universe will respond if you're not afraid to ask for it. What you put out there, you will get. And I said, what's up? Look, my mom has 2 drinks in her hand right now. Who's she? And I know what I want to do.
Look at her.
But back to sitting that knowledge about going for what you want. If you guys take anything out of here today, because we're about to get into some bullshit, because we do have a
Oh yeah, we're trying.
Before we get into that, if you have a dream, go for it. Whether it's you and your friend, if it's you alone, have that confidence in yourself to say, you know what? If I fail, I fail. If no one fucks with it, no one fucks with it. And if it's a hit, it's a hit. It's a hit.
You want to do some hot chocolate?
Alright, so who's hyped to do some hot chocolate?
So just a little tidbit, when we decided to plan on how we was going to do the whole podcast, she wanted to talk about a lot of stuff, and I said, well, we got to make sure we do hot topics, only because people don't give a shit about what we're talking about, so it'll be debate. It'll be debate. And guess what?
And nobody ever used to write in to be like, oh, we love what y'all said about
my favorite show was The Read. And Kid and Chris used to always say they hate talking about hot topics. And I'm like, that's so silly. I love talking about this shit. Since my least favorite part of the show is hot topics, because a lot of the shit we don't care about. You know what I'm saying? We really don't care if you talk about it 6 times in a row. But we picked some of our favorite topics over the past year. And what was the first one? What?
Wait, I'm trying to read because Vic didn't start. You know I don't do none of the work. Vic does all the work. I just show up. I'm like,
bitch. Alright, so the number one topic that we probably shouldn't even talk about it because it's such a downer, but something that for this past year was the R. Kelly documentary. And when I first saw it, first of all, R. Kelly's been canceled for me, low-key, since when the Boondocks roasted his ass years ago. And I was a big fan of that. The Boondocks got him out of here in 2005. But for the average person, we were still listening to Throwing and Throwing and Bumping Ryan.
And I'm going to continue. I'm here to be controversial.
Oh my God.
I don't care. Bitch, I'm sorry.
Stop
If
it.
Step in the Name of Love comes on at a wedding, I'm too stepping.
Whose wedding is that? See? So when you saw that, because we watched this separately, we didn't watch it together. What did you think about all of that?
Well, you know what? I'm about to kind of change what the topic was that was such a big thing for us this year. And my topic, I think, is to generalize it. A big hot topic this year was cancel culture. So aside from just R. Kelly, it's about, do you cancel these people in this entirety? Like, should I be chastised because I still like some of the music? Should I be under fire because I still think this man is fine? Or, you know what? And that was a big conversation.
Where's the Brown Boy? We was on the Brown Boys earlier.
Is Brown Boys here? Brown Boys, if you're here, make some noise. I heard a little story.
We were there earlier this week and we talked about this topic. And we said that I've never really canceled anybody. And if I do cancel somebody, it's you good, Shawnee?
Me in the jungle.
You good?
I can't stand Pablo. I'm sorry, I really can't stand Pablo.
Get out. No, but that's gorgeous.
Oh, wait. While we're here, I'm going to interrupt you. I got to say thank you, first and foremost, to Nancy for giving us the space to do this bullshit. Next to our setup team who came here today and busted their asses to make it fucking happen. So to Kathy,
For a bunch of brown
Marla,
queer kids.
Rex, Raul,
With big mouths.
Priscilla, Elijah, everybody who was in the building today to help us set this shit up. Yours in the jungle, bitches, and it didn't happen overnight. This shit happened because people came through here and supported it. And shout out to our fucking sponsors. Shout out to Brown Boys. Shout out to Moby. Shout out to Thames. Shout out to everybody who was fucking supporting us. Shout out to DJ Kenneth Kyrell, who's always down with us. You know, we hang with the poppin' bitches because we poppin'.
I cannot.
Period.
So what are we about to do now?
Listen, we want to get into some shit. So me and Vic, I think, should kind of pass it off a little. We're going to go a little against the grain. I was told we only have 2 rotating. So I'm going to pass around. Raul, if you could do me the honors and walk around. And I want to answer some questions from the people in the crowd on what was the hot topic this year that was hot to you that maybe we discussed or we didn't discuss? Or is it something that we discussed that you don't agree with and you got something to say? Because I'm ready to argue tonight. So, oh, look, Raul has a mic. Let's do it.
Anyone.
So does anyone have any questions? Anyone have any feedback about this year? Any fans of Living Loud who have some feedback for us about how it was this year?
So somebody said, why do you continue to support Evelyn Lozada?
That's a question?
Uh-huh.
That was a question from the crowd?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're not allowed to talk about this
everybody
on stage.
listening, one of the questions was, why do we continue to support Evelyn Lozada?
Why do you?
Or specifically me, Why do I continue to support Evelyn Lozada? I'm going to answer that question. That's a pop culture question. Evelyn Lozada, for me, is a Puerto Rican woman who is born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bronx. You know, similar to me, we connect and I see myself in her. For many years, I've supported her. I've been a fan of Evelyn Lozada. Now, if we're going to talk about Basketball Wives in its entirety, Basketball Wives is known for the mess. Basketball Wives is known for drama, fighting, arguments. So if you subscribe to it and you tune in every week, you know what you're tuning into. So that's one thing. So will I tune in every week? Yes, because I want to see the mess. Now, specifically, I'm assuming that the reason you asked me the question is because of the hot topic about Evelyn Lozada being Afro-Latina and about Evelyn Lozada claiming her blackness as being Afro-Latina. So it's an interesting subject that is hot in the media right now, and I addressed it in an episode 2 weeks ago, so if you haven't listened to it, catch up, but I can address it live today. So I stand here in front of you today as a proud Afro-Latina, okay? And I have two parents who come from different sides of the Latino spectrum. I have a father who is on the fair-skinned side of the spectrum. I have a mother who grew up on the brown-skinned, dark-skinned side of the spectrum. So when I was raised and when I grew up around dark-skinned, brown-skinned, Afro-Latinos, okay? I used to have a woman, her name was Tia Fung. Tia Fung was the blackest woman you could have ever met, okay? And my grandmother, who I claim this form after Maria, my grandmother, Maria Rivera, was a black woman. That was a black woman. When she walked down the street, she was of darker skin. Her hair was not fair. Her hair was kinky and curly, and it was what it was. Now, I'm not here to sit here and spill out all the descriptions to you. Do your motherfucking research. But at the end of the day, in this Latino world, there's the diaspora, and a lot of us are black, and we represent our blackness. And if we're gonna talk about the main subject, which is about who can or who cannot come through in the crib and say, "What's up, niggas? What's up? What's going on?" If you are uncomfortable with that, then baby, Living Loud Live is not the space for you. It's really not, because we are all inclusive here. We are a family, and we grew up in the Bronx and in Brooklyn and in the Northeast. We're Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, black people, Haitians, Jamaicans. Everyone grew up together, and we were all one thing. We experienced the same struggles. We supported each other as brothers and sisters, and I'm leaving it there. I promised myself.
So what
on
about
this
her
week's
bad
episode,
behavior?
No, you guys subscribe to the bad behavior.
No, so here's my thing.
Everyone on that show has bad behavior.
So here's my thing. I'm a reality TV connoisseur. You know,
we go.
I
Team
enjoy.
Team OG's
No.
coming up.
I'm actually not even going to stay there. I enjoy Real Housewives of Atlanta. I enjoy Love and Hip Hop sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy trash TV. I've enjoyed it since I was a kid. There's something about this show that really gets under people's skin, mine included, and it's grown women having this high school mentality when it comes to a single person. They've done it from the beginning with Mika Claxton, with Royce, with Keisha, with Kenya Bell, with DJ Duffy, and all those women, their skin tones vary. You know what I'm saying? They've done it with Cece and OG, but Cece got called Ling Ling by one person. OG was called ugly by several people, and I always ask myself,
I want to ask a question while we're here right now.
No. Don't
Let's
ask the
do
question.
I want to do a poll. Raise a hand. No, raise a sound of applause. Who in this room finds OG to be a beautiful and attractive woman? By all means.
And who here?
Who find her to not be as attractive?
So my response to that is, why do we think OG is ugly? Now the question is, why do you think someone who looks like OG is ugly? Her body is amazing. She has
Fabulous
chocolate skin.
body.
So here's the thing, y'all talking about her face, and Beyonce rapped about the Jackson 5 nostrils and all that shit. She like her men with thick noses. So y'all roasting her over her Nigerianness. That's a Nigerian nose. Those are like Nigerian lips. Now her wigs are a mess. Her makeup is trash. You know what I'm saying? But
So you summed it up.
But here's the thing. That doesn't make a bitch ugly just because she's not styled right.
But it don't make her cute.
Listen, if my cousin came home and he had OG on his arm, I would say, y'all hungry? I wouldn't be like, that's an ugly ass bitch he brought in here. I wouldn't say that. But when it comes to TV, when she's lined up next to light-skinned Ev, light-skinned Shawnee, light-skinned Phoebe.
I'm going to wrap it up because I know that OG could whoop my ass and I don't want no problem.
Listen.
All right, another question. Or feedback.
So how did it work out for both of you when you came out, when it had to do with your families? How did it work out for both of you? And I need honest answers.
That's it. That's
You
an
go.
interesting.
You go first.
Yeah, I will answer it head on. I was very vibrant in my younger years in middle school and high school. I was pretty much completely out to everyone in my school by high school. However, I was not out at home. I had the kind of fucked up situation where my older brother, was also in high school at the same time that I was in high school. So when you're the gay kid of the school, you get talked about a lot. And my older brother, who was a senior, obviously got all the tea about, oh, that's the gay kid, oh, that's your brother? Your brother's the faggot? Oh! So it was a thing. So I wouldn't say that I was outed. I would say that I was discovered, I guess. I can give this story. I'll never forget it. I used to take my clothes out every night, the night before for school, because I was so fashion. I was so hyped to be dressed for school. So I went to this hip-hop store in the mall, and I bought yellow skinny jeans and bright colored clothes because I was very expressive. And they didn't have the colors that I wanted in the men's section. So I bought them all in the women's section. So I pulled my clothes out, I ironed them, I did what I needed to do. And my mom, because in our house we shared a family computer, the computer was in my bedroom. My mother came up to use the computer and saw me ironing my clothes for the next day. And she's like, yellow, pink, blue. She's like, So I'm like, all right, I ironed on my clothes. Time to go shower. And my mom goes and looks at the clothes and realizes they're all in women's sizes. So when I come out the shower, my mom says, I have a question for you. Why are you wearing women's clothes? And bitch, like a brick right to your motherfucking dome. I said, whoa. And then I looked at my brother, the traitor, because I was like, and he told her, well, yeah, they talking about him in school and they saying he gay. And I looked at him like, you motherfucker, you went and told her that, didn't you? You couldn't wait. So I went and I told my mom. You know, she asked me 3 or 4 times, hey, are you gay? What's going on? And finally I said, well, you know what? Yeah, yes, I am. And my mom's response was, I'm going to get so far away from you right now that I can't look at you because you're choosing a path that is, whoa. And it hurt. It crushed me as a kid at 15, 16 years old to have a parent tell you, I can't even look at you right now, you know? My mother then took back what she said the very next day and said, I'm wrong. I apologize, and I love you with all my heart. I'm here to support you, and it is what it is.
I love that.
And in front of my parents today, I can say it. My mom came to me and said, all right, we're going to have a game plan. This is what we're going to do. You're not going to tell your dad. Because if your dad find out, he going to kill you. So don't tell your dad that you gay.
Till death.
And the worst thing I did was hide it for another year, 2 years, and never tell my dad. Because when I finally did come out and I came out swinging, I made sure that when I wanted to come out to my dad, I said, well, guess what? I'm fucking and I'm having sex and my boyfriend's 23 and he's black and it's what it is and this is what's going on. And my dad said, I knew and I know.
I feel like Kylie Jenner said that when she came out.
And so this goes to give you that experience that we don't give our parents enough credit sometimes. So give your parents some fucking credit. And if you're brave enough to have the conversation, and let me tell you, it took some fucking bravery at 17 years old to have that kind of conversation. So pats to me for having the balls
Props to
to
you.
do that. But big thing. So to answer your question, that's my truth in coming out, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So
I was always jealous of Maria's parents. I'm going to be honest. And I think a lot of people have issue admitting when they're jealous about something, and you shouldn't, because that's a natural emotion that everybody has. And as long as you don't put that on other people, you know, that's your shit to deal with. But I've always been envious and jealous of your mom and dad, and it took me time to ask you about your mom and dad, and you said it wasn't like that from the jump. Like, we had to work to get here. We had to work to get them to support me in my events and all that stuff.
But I tried to tell him and many other people, because in life, people have had this misconception that we idolize your family, we idolize your parents, they're so accepting, they're so amazing. And I'm like, well, we put in the work. It wasn't easy for my mom and dad. It's still not easy for my mom and dad. Look at me. They gotta go. They gotta go and tell everybody every day. When they go and they ask my mom and my dad,
she's hiking it up higher and
how's
higher
your
too.
youngest son? And they pull up the picture, look. How's your youngest son? They gotta do that every day. So I had to find a newfound respect for what parents go through. My parents come out every day. My parents have to come out all the time.
Whenever I get the chance to even, first of all, your dad intimidates me because he's such a tough guy, you know? And here's my thing. My dad, I always told you for years, I said, I wish my mother and your mother could talk for an hour, and I wish my father and your father could talk for an hour, because they both come from that same world, but it's just that I didn't do what you did. You stood and fought, I ran away. And
that's common. And that's common.
I just didn't come home. I would stay out at friends' houses. As long as I could stay at my friends and Philly's houses, I would. I would come in after midnight, go to sleep, go back out, because I knew that who I wasn't totally accepted. And it took me to moving here to finally accept who I was. But with that came me cutting off my other family, my whole life back at home. And it, honest to God, wasn't until beginning of this week on Sunday, this Sunday, where I told my mom, mind you, I came out to them when I was a teenager, but they told me that's not it. Don't bring that here. We don't do this. You already got strikes because you black. Don't bring that on yourself. Don't. And that told me, whoever you are, that's not it. So I ran away. And
he came to mama house.
Wayward House for Girls.
All the gay strays in New York.
From Pose, like real shit.
And Pose really changed the game for me, because I really idolized Blanca, because I have lived that life here in New York. I've been mother to a lot of people.
But I feel like in our community, that is so common, because I don't see too many white queer people here, but y'all don't go through what we go through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all aren't the double negative. We're the double negative in a sense. So for our parents to have to stand up and check somebody for saying, yo, your son gay, it takes a lot for them to do that. But we're your kid. So my thing is, suck up. I got to step outside every day and be me. The least you can do is defend me when I'm not in the room. And this Sunday, when I told my mom, finally, you told me that I embarrassed you. You told me that it's not right. You told me at age 6, 12, 15, 18, who I am is not all right. And that fucked me up as a kid. And it told me that you weren't my protector. You wasn't going to protect me, so I had to protect myself. And telling her that at age 30 and she's 58, we have both grown so much. She told me, she said, Vic, you don't know. I never told you, son, that I work at a nonprofit at a HIV charity clinic because I've been waiting to recultivate our relationship for so long, and God put those queer men in my life for a reason. And she said, everything I've did, I apologize for it. I just want my kid back. And the truth is, I never thought we would have that conversation. There's a reason why they're not here, because I'm not comfortable with them being here. But when I see your family right there, y'all have no idea the world, the lives you've saved just by seeing that.
And I'll say to my friend here today,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of how far you've come.
When I was cussing my mama, she was right there. Yeah.
I was there as emotional support. I was the emotional support dog.
'Cause I was shaking.
I was laying around
A
like,
grown-ass
I'm
man.
here. And I made a decision as a friend. You know, I said, I can leave. I can leave and let him have this conversation with his mom. But I know my friend, and I know what he needs, and I know that when he's done having this 3-hour conversation with his mom, he's gonna need to talk to me. He's gonna need someone to talk to. So I practiced being a good friend, and here we are. So to all the good friends out there, salute to you guys.
There's a question back there, mama.
Oh, there's a
We have a
question.
question. We
Go,
have
go,
a
go, go, go.
Maria,
Oh,
some
Lord,
of us
here
know
we
you
go.
as J-Lo.
Yeah.
You seem very confident in every situation you're in, and
Oh
some of us want
my
to know,
God.
how did you become the confident individual that you are today?
Yes, let's talk about that.
Some of it is practice, and some of it was given. You know,
Genetics.
I can't sit here and say. I can't sit here and say that it came out of nowhere. You know, I had great role models in my life who owned who they were, who were tough and go-getters and this and that. Whether it's my uncles, whether it's my aunts, my cousins, friends who I knew, I was surrounded by people. God blessing that, I was surrounded by people who I admired and who were go-getters and did what they needed to do. But
how do you be
I
that
always
confident
grew
if you don't
up.
be yourself?
I always grew up and was I was the freak. I was the clown. I was the freak of nature. I was the person that people just didn't understand.
Not anymore.
No, well,
Not
even
anymore.
to some people I still am, and that's a sad reality.
That's a reality.
As the doll that I am, there's still
Some people
still
think
people
we're
in the
all
world who
sick.
think
There are people who think
I'm a
that.
fucking clown and I'm
Yeah.
ridiculous. And it is what it is. But what I did with that was I knew that as ridiculous as I am and loud and boisterous and crazy, that I was gonna own that. And I was gonna assume that as that's who I am. I had people who didn't give me a chance. They said, she's too loud. She's too crazy. She's too extra. And I said, one day they'll come around if they get the chance to know me, because I can be your best friend and I can provide for you and I can do all these great things. So I think it comes from positive intent. And I'm a bad bitch. Look at me. That plays to that shit. Listen, not every bitch could walk out like this. I encourage every bitch to try it one day, walk a mile in my shoes.
Look, we did an episode on pretty privilege, and we talked about what just being deemed attractive means for you, and how someone who may have a very nice face, but they're several pounds overweight, may not have the advantages if they lost 60 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And you probably wouldn't be people won't just give it all the way up if you weren't as gorgeous as you are. You know what I'm saying? If you look like a foot, we wouldn't be here.
Gorgeous. No, but, and back to you, while I'm here, just in the mail today, I just received my save the date letter for the engagement/wedding for Christopher and Michael.
Oh my
Who are getting
God.
married. This will be my first gay wedding.
Oh my
Yay!
God.
So congrats to you guys, and I love you both.
Congrats, y'all. She's gonna wear white to y'all wedding, just so y'all know. She's gonna wear white.
But y'all knew when y'all invited me.
But you know what?
So I think it's a good segment to go on to everyone who's here who at least came out to support, to say what Living Loud meant to us and how it impacted our lives. You know,
You want to go? Go ahead.
yeah, I believe that the greatest reward was to know that I impacted someone's life. I didn't know because realistically, I get on that show every week and I'm just me and I just talk my shit.
Drunk.
And I kiki, drunk. And do what I do. But
Drunk.
it was interesting and it was overwhelming to hear people say, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for share.
Picking the slaves up, and I'm like, we gotta go the other way. We gotta go home. She's like, come with me. And I'm like, you're asking for too much. You're demanding too much. They're not gonna meet this. And she said, well, let's just ask. Let's just ask and see what they say.
So from me to you, what have you gotten out of Living Loud?
I'm gonna be honest, like, there's certain people in my life who I keep around me to inspire me. I don't really keep people around me who don't inspire me. And you are one of those people. Another one of those people is here, right here, my best friend, Raheem Johnson. He inspires the fuck out of me. He's the only friend I've had. You're the longest friend I've ever had, honest to God. And y'all both inspire me because I knew that if I surround myself with people who are doing shit, I'm bound to start doing shit. And I knew you would start pushing the fuck out of me. I just knew that in my heart. You would push me to be my best self. And that's what started happening. Me doing this show, I got to put myself out there. And I said, well, if we're going to do this show, we got to have a segment where we talk about real shit. We talk about fucking coming out the closet. We talk about body dysmorphia. We talk about sexual assault. We talk about in the gay community because people don't talk about shit like that. We talk about pretty privilege. We talk about religion because that's such a big thing in our world of, are we going to hell because we're not doing what God wants us to? We talk about that stuff because I said everyone's suffering with those thoughts when they go to bed at night. So if we can just have an hour-long conversation with people where they know I'm not alone, that is my goal. And when I got to interview, and he's not here because I told him not to come, I got to interview Kyle Hagler, who's the president of Next Models, and I have been trying to work for this man since before I moved here. And when I got the email saying we're interviewing him, I shook this bitch and I said, that's fucking Kyle Hagler we're interviewing because of this damn show. And she's like, who? Who this fool? And I said, that's Kyle Hagler. I've been emailing him and he don't respond. But now when I interview him, that's a ploy just to get hired. I'm gonna just really just show him that he needs to hire me. And I got the job 2 weeks ago. And I'm literally at my dream job because we decided to just share our truth on a fucking internet radio show. And I cannot, for the life of me, from the beginning to now, thank you enough, thank y'all enough for even supporting this shit. Like, this means everything to me.
So to add on to that, because you said about our balance, and one of the key things that we hear from anybody who leaves us reviews and responses is that the number one thing, oh my God, I just saw someone and it just freaked me out.
You're freaking out? Who is
I
it?
can't believe she's here. So
Should we get
one
security?
of the number one things that people say is so amazing is our dynamic. And it's our effervescent prevalence of friendship, and that we are truly friends. We lean on each other and support each other, and we know each other down. You know, Vic knows when I need help because I don't ask no one for help.
Yeah.
Vic knows when I need to be grounded, and that is one of the things that I get from my best friend here, who he's like, I'm a bitch who can't be checked. Don't nobody check me. I'm one of those bitches that you can't ever correct. But this bitch says, no, ma'am. You fucked up. That was not okay. That was not cool. That was not all right.
Because you know what a bad friend is? A bad friend lets their friends continue to be insane assholes. And you check me too.
And I can do bad all by myself.
And listen, this bitch check, I'm not somebody to really get involved with right now. I'm still working on it. And in my head, it makes sense. But she be like, yo, say that out loud again and just repeat yourself because that don't sound right. You want him to do this, and that, but you're not going to do that? You want this person to be da-da-da? And I'm like, okay, I see what she's talking about. And with her 2 weeks ago, I said, hey, your mood was off. Your mood was off. And I'm not going to say it in the moment because, you know, in the moment it's always not always right. But what was that? And you said I was upset about this, and that. And I'm like, well, you know what? Next time, tell people what's bothering you. Because you, as the strong friend, you got to be the strong friend all the time. No, you don't. Sometimes you can say, yo, I'm fucking human. This is bothering me. And I know you're not used to me doing this. But listen, check on your fucking strong friend. And that's why I got to tap in with this bitch every fucking week because she not allowed to be vulnerable sometimes. You know.
I get held to a different level of accountability amongst my friends group. I'm like, here we go, you know. So back to it, I want to ask a few more questions of the crowd while we still have a few more minutes to wrap things up. So if anybody has any specific questions, pass the mic around. Who has a question?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, the young woman in the black, how are you?
How are you?
Hi.
Hey, the
well.
young Asian woman in the back with the cat ears.
Thank you. So where do you guys see Living Loud in like 10 years?
Oh, that's actually shade.
In 10 years, who knows what podcasts are going to be?
Yeah.
You know, we're reluctant to be the age of that.
Yeah.
Podcasts are ever growing and ever changing. And as you guys may have seen recently on the media, podcasts are being turned into TV shows.
Yeah.
Podcasters are being hired to be radio personalities on your favorite radio stations. They're creating channels on Revolt and on all these kind of things. So there's lots of opportunities. Who knows where we go? But my answer would be keep fucking supporting. Give us 5 stars.
Absolutely.
Give us a fucking review because
always
it
said
will
this.
get us to the next level.
I feel like Living Loud is baby Beyonce. That's Matthew and I'm Tina. You know, he got her rehearsing every night and he got her out there and I'm just making sure the girls got their hair done and they well fed and they go to sleep and I just want them to be happy and grow and I just want the show to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maria don't do mediocre, you know, so she's like, we got something, let's put it out there, let's make it as big as we can. And I'm like, let's just be us and let's just, if people want to come to our party, they come. You said, no, bitch. We're going to make it the biggest party in fucking New York. We're going to make it bigger, da-da-da-da-da. But for me, I'm used to just whatever it is, let it be. And I allow that. There's times when I'm nervous that when we're on a conference call and we're negotiating deals and I'm like, you're doing too much. But I tell myself, shut the fuck up. Because if we did it your way.
The check clears. And
the
when the
check-
check clears, baby, she say, "There, bitch, you did that."
Listen, some of this shit paid my fucking utilities, so.
I do want to give a shout out before we take another question. We have people in the building who flew in today, and that
Yeah.
means the world to me. I have people who flew in from fucking Charlotte, North Carolina.
Where's she
Make
at?
some motherfucking noise. I got some people who I know flew in from fucking Colorado. I got people who flew in from fucking San Francisco. So thank you to everyone who
God.
flew in for this shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just our little live anniversary celebration. And after this, we going to get fucked up and we going to take pictures and we going to do what we do. But real shit, thank you for the people who really overextended themselves. Oh, there's a question.
Gentlemen to the right.
Give it to whoever it was before.
Well, he
All
paid
right,
his
I
dues.
want to make it clear that
paid
this
his
is
dues.
not, this is Living Out Live, and this was not the Maria interview. But go ahead.
He paid his dues.
To my daughter, Maria.
Oh, Lord.
For all you young
I fight,
people-
no. Hold on, come here. Come here.
This is
come
not easy
here.
for me.
Come here.
You know they the
I
same person,
fight-
right?
I fight with him. This is my dad, everyone. I fight with him. And I'll tell you right now, I am
Spoiled.
so proud of who he
Yeah.
is because he challenges himself to understand who I am as a person.
It's
So
tough.
when he says, "Oh, I'm learning, is this my daughter? Is this my this and that?" I know that to his world and his knowledge, that's what he's able to describe it as. But I am your son. I will always be your son. And there's that. But this is that kind of relationship, and I hope that it means something to anyone watching.
Well, listen up. For tonight, I just want to say short and sweet. It's not an easy role for a guy like me coming back from 1968.
Uh-huh.
I'm old school. I was ignorant. Didn't know much about this. Learned the hard way. And I went through a rough time learning through her. But one thing I know, never turn your back on the family.
Never.
Always be there supported.
Never.
It may still be hard for me today, but I'm here. It's not my first rodeo. Thank you, everyone. Love you guys. Here's
And
Mom.
thank you.
She's always next to me. Here's Mom.
Hey, I don't want to take over your show,
Hey, girl.
but you know what? You know what? You know what?
Why did I tell them to come?
Because
Why?
you got every beautiful possibility from your mom.
Uh-huh.
All your fashion sense came from your mom.
All of it.
Okay? And when I used to turn heads in school,
Uh-huh.
you did the same, baby. So it's all mom.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Give
We
her
love you.
tens. Give her tens.
Now that's her mother.
I am Mama Maria. I am.
Well,
Feel.
thank you, Mom and Dad. This was not the Maria show, but here we go.
What was the question?
They didn't have a question. They wanted to say what they needed to say.
Oh, wait.
Go. We have
Where's the
another.
mic? Who got the
Okay,
mic?
go
Who got the
ahead.
mic?
Hey. Hi, guys.
Young woman in the white. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you, darling? So my question would be, what would you describe your friendship in one word?
What we to describe the friendship, what?
In one
Say
word.
it one more time louder.
What would you describe your friendship in one word?
In one word.
I'm gonna be honest. I would say, and I'm gonna be honest, it's an intense friendship. And I use the word intense because I'm a Gemini, she's an Aquarius, we have that air sign thing, and we are not understood by a lot of people, and you don't really want to be. You know, we don't like to be predictable and all that. But once we kind of locked on each other, we knew it was a real thing, and it has caused friction with other friendships of mine, other friendships of hers, because people feel like we favor each other. And the truth is, you are someone special to me. I don't have any real female friends in my life. I really don't. I was never the gay kid that hung with a bunch of girls. Ma'am, but oh my God. Y'all don't count. Y'all hustlers. Y'all bullies. Y'all bullies.
So that we can get a few more questions in before we wrap up.
No, let me finish. Like, you are, and you know what the truth is? I separated from my mom a long time ago, and even though this bitch is 3 years younger than me, I have used this bitch as my mom. I have come to her with certain shit. This bitch has loaned me money when I needed fucking down payments on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Before I even called my own mom, I'm like, yo, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. And you're literally younger than my youngest sister, but I need your help right now. And there's times when you're not good and I'm not good and I can't sleep because you're not good. That has happened to me. And I'm like, why is that? We not fucking. You're actually the only friend I've never fucked in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, spoiler.
We'll fuck tonight.
Listen, this is the last 5 minutes. Nobody listening.
Just for y'all.
But that's what I feel like. Our friendship is intense. It's on another level. You're somebody who I see in my life for a long time. And whenever I'm dating, I look at you and I'm like, would Maria like them? Would my homie like them? And if they won't, I can't date this person because this person means so much to me that they go before she goes. And if she's being a monkey doodle fucking fool, we talk about it, we hash it out. And if I'm being a piece of shit, if I'm being a cold bastard, this bitch punches me in the face. And I thank her for it. No, I'm not joking. I talked about Gaga once, she punched me in the face.
So to answer that question in my word of our friendship would be that it's true. We are true friends, and in this world, it's very easy to get confused in who's your real friend and who's not, and who's truly being a friend and who's not. I never question for 2 seconds on if this is my friend or not. And that's that. My word would be true. So in one word, we are true friends.
I don't actually have a question for you. I just want to say I have my own podcast. I've been an entertainer for quite a bit. And one of the things I resonate most with both of you is your uniqueness. You are very real.
Thank you.
And it's always authentic. It's like that is the most beautiful thing that you can see. And you're an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you.
Especially us people of color. It's nice to see that you guys are doing what you're doing and putting us really up. I mean, it's more than loud. It's fucking shouting.
Can I say
thank you?
Okay.
No,
listen,
thank you.
Growing up, I didn't see people like us on TV. Growing up, we saw Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. We saw Queer as Folk. We saw, you know what I'm saying, Will and Grace, but
and it was white folks.
They didn't look like us because we, even as actors and performers, we're not able to be out and open with ourselves. So I said, what my little 12-year-old self needs, I gotta be that person. Because somebody out there is Vic at age 12, 11, who needs to hear my show or just see somebody like that and see that they can be whoever they dream they wanna fucking be. That's it.
I have a question for the crowd.
What?
Who in the crowd thinks they know our theme song word
Where's
for
Dominique?
word?
Where's Dominique?
No. Raise your hand. Who think they know it? Word for word.
Where's she at?
Dom don't count.
No. Bring her out.
That's not fair. Who out here think they know it better than the lyrics? I just want to hear them sing along with the track. We're going to come back. We'll come back to it. Who's got it?
Jamar, no. And I'm not going to call her out, but I'm calling her out.
Jamar knows it?
Jamar knows it.
Where's Jamar? Jamar's there.
Who put her out there like that? That's fucked up.
In the meantime, while someone volunteers to do it, we have one more question right here. Go ahead.
So I have a question for y'all.
Hi, gentlemen.
So, as gay men in the community, what do you think? I've been hearing a bunch of things in the New York scene. What is going on when it comes to the New York scene and what's going on? There's no specific club for New York gays.
Oh,
in
yeah.
any
That's your
specific-
territory.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for the New York gays specifically.
Of
so
color.
what's going on?
So,
I want to know.
okay, I like that question. As the unofficial club kid of New York and the club girl of New York, because half of y'all bitches only text me when y'all like, what's poppin' tonight? What's happening tonight?
Puerto Rican Amanda
I want to be
Lepore.
in fucking New York. So, whatever. But I think that as a community, we don't want to truly support our own doors. You know, when we did used to have clubs like no parking. Who remembers no parking?
El Morocco.
Long gone. Who remembers Secrets? Remember Secrets? Who remembers XL? XL? Rest in peace, G Lounge. G Lounge. So listen, it is what it is.
Langston's in the
We-
fucking hood, bitch.
We've had them. We've had them. Limelight, limelight for the old heads. So listen, you know, we've had them, and what happens is we have those brave souls who step up every week and front up money. Rest in peace to Big Ben. Those people who knew Big Ben, I was a friend of Big Ben's. He was killed,
Yeah.
and he was one of those people who fronted his money out of his pocket to get that Club XL running and doing what it did. And those were the people who used to put their money on the line, do what they did, and we would come in and be like, well, no, I'm not paying to get in. Well, no, I want to get a discount. I want to pay $10. And when you go to the bar, you're like, I want a discount. I want this, I want that. These kind of establishments can't run and can't succeed and can't thrive when you always want a fucking discount. And it's been a conversation for a while about support black business. Support the business in your neighborhood.
asking for
Support
free
local
shit
business.
when it comes to your cousin
stop
TT.
asking for handouts and giveaways. But for people who are coming to New York and visiting, don't get it twisted. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a queer space for people of color, you just got to do your research. Follow the promoters. Speak with the club kids like myself and like those people who can put you on to some underground shit or other people. Reach out. Stop being pussies. Send a fucking DM and say, yo, bitch, I'm in New York. What's up? I want to have a good time. But, you know, when you go to these spaces, stop asking for a wristband. Stop asking for the free drink. Stop asking for free entry. If it's $10 at the door, pay the fucking $10 because that's what's keeping it alive.
And you know what? And I don't go out as nearly as much as this bitch do, but I feel like
Shade.
I feel like we as people of color, we're tired of sharing our spaces. We're tired of going to boxes. We're tired of going to fucking therapy. We're tired of going to industry. We're tired of going to fucking all these white spots. So I think a part of it is we want our own shit. I thank God for Trappy Hour. That's a party been going on for 2 years now. That's every Thursday night. I ain't been
Shout
in
out to
months.
Trappy Hour. I love it there.
Right.
I'm always there.
Listen, we no longer want to share our space with white folks. Just how they don't want to share with us, we're good on them too.
All right, where's our diva? Who knows the song better than anyone else?
Girl, just bring her out.
Who knows the song? Oh, wait. Cue in Dominique. They're going to cue in Dominique to sing the song. Where's Dom? This is our theme song. Shout out to Reagan. Great Reagan, if you're here, we love you.
Wait, is that Sierra? Hi.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Oh
go,
my
go,
God.
Go.
Fuck it up. No, fuck it up.
To do today. Nothing else matters. We're living in the moment. You got one
I'm
life.
hurt.
Go, man. Sing it.
to get it. Got to get it.
Listen, that was a song that was made for us by a R&B singer in Cleveland, Ohio. Her name is Reagan Gray, and she's a fan of the show, and she took it upon herself after being inspired by us to do that. So how fucking dope is that? Shout out to Reagan Gray.
All right, Mama.
Shout out to all of you guys for coming and supporting us. We want to thank everyone for coming today.
I love y'all.
The after party is starting now.
Right now, bitch.
We're going to walk around and talk with everybody and key and take pictures. Thank you, everyone. You can listen to this episode. This is episode 50. It will air next week on Friday at 7 a.m. It will be uploaded.
Or tell a homie to listen. Y'all niggas already heard it, so
and
tell a homie.
you guys know where to listen to us. Apple Music, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud. You can find us fucking everywhere. Thank you all. And as we leave you guys off every week, why live your life in a whisper
when you can be living loud?
Take your fucking stickers and your
Play that
wristbands.
song.